Hey, you guys. First, I want to say that, well, let's jump right into it. So, as you guys know, I get a lot of calls, a lot of emails in regards to a lot of different things. And the whole thing is, although I would love for you guys to, set up your commercial cleaning, residential cleaning, window cleaning, whatever type of business you want to set up, I would love for you guys to get out there and really set it up. But here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. If you listen to losers, you will become one. It's inevitable. Okay. If you listen to losers, you will become one. The thing is that um, I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm invested into my subscribers or subbies, as they like to call it here on YouTube. I want you guys to win. Literally, I really want you guys to win. I know everybody won't win because everybody drive isn't the same, right? I know everybody don't have the same mentality, to a certain degree. So I know everybody won't win, but here's the thing: I do know there's a vast majority who will win, and no matter how great your business is, right? No matter what you go through in life, or who believe in you or who don't believe in you. The fact of the matter is, man, is that it starts with you. It absolutely starts with you. Okay, I get a lot of calls worldwide, literally. I mean, I'm talking about country code numbers that I don't even necessarily recognize, but I answer them, right? I get a lot of emails. I interact with a lot of different people on and off YouTube. But the thing is that I find out the very vast majority of the people that I speak to really, really want to win. And when I ask them, well, what's stopping you from winning? What's stopping you, from starting up your cleaning business? What's stopping you from getting out there, going door knock, whatever the case is? It's always what somebody else has said to them that discouraged them, who don't believe in them. Their mom don't believe in them. Their dad, their brother, their sister, whoever don't believe in, don't believe in them, right? Guess what, guys? There's a lot of people who don't like me, right? There's a lot of people who don't believe in me, right? It's just a lot of people who absolutely, if you when you say my name, they can't stand me. And a lot of times when I talk to those people head on, and I say, "Hey, why you dislike me?" Uh, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. Like they don't have a real reason why they don't like me. If I don't like soup, right? And you ask me why I don't like this brand of soup or why, I'm probably going to have a pretty valid reason why I don't like soup or why I don't like this color or why I don't like these sneakers or whatever the case is. But the vast majority of the people in the world, they don't like you and they have absolutely no idea why they don't like you. So why entertain that? Why entertain the fact that somebody don't like you when you can't even get a legitimate reason out of them why they don't like you, right? And I'm not saying everybody, I'm just saying a lot of people though. Okay? So you guys can't feed off of that negative energy. You can't feed off it. So many people say, well, man, I'm a convicted felon, or man, I can't do the business because I'm in a shitty situation. Man, there's a lot of people that's in a worse situation than you, right? Who started up a business, who came out of the trenches, making money hand over fist. Okay? So you guys have to believe in yourself. You absolutely have to believe in yourself when absolutely no one else will. No one else will. There's no one that like wakes me up in the morning and say, "Hey, Fabio, it's time to go to work," or "Fabio, I believe in you. You need to do this," right? So I motivate. I'm like self-motivated. What motivate me is my goals, my dreams, and aspirations to be successful in whatever endeavor that I go into, right? I was talking to a gentleman. He had bought my paperwork. He spent a pretty good penny for the whole package. He bought the whole shot, all my paperwork, right? So, and this was just yesterday, right? So, um, I was on a coaching call, and he said something to me. He was around the sense that, man, to be honest, man, I think I need to talk to you every single day because I have people that's in my space that I can't get from around right now, that I don't need to be around right now because he said his temperament is up and down in terms of starting his business. I said, well, man, the first, action is believing in yourself. I told him a lot of times people won't believe in your dream until it become a reality. You got those bandwagoners. You got those people out there who say that they love you, who say that they believe in you, and they really don't, right? And then when you become successful, they jump on the bandwagon. Oh, I knew my uncle was going to do it, or I knew my ex-boyfriend or my ex-girlfriend was going to do it. And they got you all on their Twitter. They got you all on their Instagram, right? They got you all posted on their Facebook. Wednesday Crush Wednesday, or whatever, they Woman Crush Wednesday and Man Crush Monday and all of it, right? They got you all over there. You their favorite again because you're succeeding. But not answer that person phone call and watch what happened. Have that person come over your house and not answer the door and watch what happened. You're fake as hell. That's why you're gonna fail. That's why you're made. That's what they like to call a lot of people in the janitorial industry, whether you commercial or residential, call you made. You clean shit out of toilets. You do this, right? You do that, and that's the mentality. But when they're down bad and they on their back, who they call on? They call on you. Why you didn't call you? Why you didn't call your boyfriend? Right? Why you calling me? You hate me, right? Why you didn't call your mom? Why you didn't call your dad? Why you call me? The one person that you absolutely hate is the one person you absolutely call. And why is that? It's not that they really hate you. They love you. They just don't know how to convey that message to you. You heard me? So at the end of the day, like, you guys cannot feed on that negative energy. Absolutely not. You cannot feed. I talk to people all the time. I had one guy, I think last week, was telling me that his boss told him that if he didn't work for him, he was going to always be a failure because he likes to talk business. So he asked his boss, who is the owner of the business that where he works. He asked him, business questions. How, what do this mean? How does this work and stuff? And his boss don't like to impute that information into him. And he say he feel bad because he liked working for the boss, but he kind of want to model the boss. Like he liked the swag of the boss. I'm talking about his boss, his superior, the company owner where he works, right? He want to kind of model how his boss is because he kind of like the swag of the way his boss move. Okay? But like I told him, everybody don't want to see you win. No matter how much you love them, everybody is not on the same page. Okay? So knowing that you have to be able to position your own self, knowing that your back is totally against the wall, you can't move back. If I put my back against this wall right here and then turn around and try to go that exact same way, what am I going to do? I'm going to run into a wall. I put my back against the wall. I turn around and try to walk in that direction of the wall. I'm going to run into the wall. But when your back is against the wall and you walk straight, you have unlimited potential. You might run into some more walls or approach another wall en route to your ultimate goal, en route to your dreams. I'm sure you will. You're going to have obstacles and potholes and different things like that you're going to run into. But you got to dodge that wall, dodge that pothole, right? Dodge that fence, right? Everything is calculated. Life is like a chess game. When you make the wrong move, it's checkmate. Okay? So you have to calculate every action, you guys. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to. Okay? We all don't have the rich uncles and the rich aunties and things like that. We all don't have these type of people in our life to motivate us, to push us. So you have to get that energy from somewhere else. Whatever motivate you. When I hit the gym and I go in the gym, I listen to Kevin Gates. Right? I listen to Kevin Gates. Because although the content of his lyrics could be very harsh, for me, I find motivation out of it when I'm in the gym. Right? I listen to motivational stuff when I'm on the treadmill or the exercise bike or whatever the case. Right? Because these are the things that I can listen to that I feel that motivate me. But I don't go in there worrying about who don't like me on YouTube, right? Or who hates me in real life, or what neighbor of mine don't like me, right? I give a shit. You guys probably get that demeanor when you watch me on these videos, right? I really don't care, because at the end of the day, I'm steady growing. I'm progressing, right? I'm trying to reach that brass ring at the top, right? And I know in order for me to reach that, I have to stay persistent, consistent. I have to stay motivated. I have to keep the faith. I have to believe in me. So that's what you guys absolutely have to do. You have to believe. You can't take. There's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. I'm tired of people that I right here on my YouTube, because I want you guys to win. I'm tired of when you give me excuses. Well, Fabio, what happened was this the man. Come on, that's an excuse. Entrepreneurs don't make them. They eliminate them. Entrepreneurs don't make excuses. They eliminate them. Henry Ford, he didn't make an excuse. He eliminated that excuse. Whatever he didn't know, he assembled the people to do what he didn't know. And now we have the cars today that we drive. The first ever Model T. Right? Colonel Sanders, at 69 years old, his back was against the wall. White hair, white beard, older gentleman, 69 years old. Is the time, the age when he created KFC, or Kentucky Fried Chicken as we know it. And he got his first little deal going door to door. So I'm here to tell you guys, I don't care what your race is, what your, what your language is, how old you are, what's your sex. I don't care about any of that. In order for you to be absolutely successful, you have to change your mentality. You have to change the negativity around you. You have to position yourself. Just because you're in the hood don't mean you have to be in the hood. I said this on a video years and years ago. Fabio, well, I live in the hood, so what can I do? Take yourself out of that environment. Well, what you mean? Well, if you take yourself out of that hood environment and put yourself in the library, study your craft, go to the gym, get yourself together. If you want to do yoga, go register for yoga, or go to the YMCA, or some recreation center. You probably feel a lot better. You meet different people, you see different people. Take yourself out of the hood. Because you're in the hood don't mean you have to be a product of the hood. Because you're in the hood don't mean you have to be a product of the hood. And when I mean hood, I'm not talking about any ethnicity. I'm not talking about just, a poverty hood. I'm talking about it could be in a suburb. You got hoods and suburbs, right? But you have to take yourself out of that situation. In order to be successful, you have to take yourself out of the bad situation. Most successful people that you know are successful because they believed in them. They believed in themselves. They didn't make any excuses. I talked to a gentleman. He was like, well, man, I can't afford the paperwork right now. But I don't know how to get to the paperwork. I said, you have to find a way to get to the paperwork. It's very important. You have to have it. You have to have it. I said, there's no reason to even go door to door right now, or to solicit any business right now, really. Because what if they tell you, okay, I want to do a walkthrough. I want you to do a walkthrough. You do the walkthrough, you can't even write up the estimate. You don't have a format. You don't have a template. I say, well, use Google. I have, man, but everything, you got to pay for everything. And I don't really be understanding, man. I really want your paperwork because I believe in what you say. I say, well, if I couldn't afford my paperwork, that would not hinder me from starting my business. I just have to find other ways to get the paperwork. It might not be the paperwork that I offer, right? But it's a start. The paperwork that I had when I first started my cleaning business came with the course. Very generic, very basic paperwork. Over time, the paperwork changed because it was too generic. I needed to say more things. I needed to look more professional, not so generic looking, right? So over time, my paperwork changed. So I told the guy, I said, well, if you can't afford my paperwork, that shouldn't stop you. You just have to find another way to get to it. You have to get to it. It's paramount that you get to it because you can't even do business without it. contracts, but whatever the case is, right? So that's just how it is. Well, Fabio, I'm not really good on the phones. I don't have a professional script. I don't make one. Put it together. You know, the time that you have now, the time that you have now, you could be putting a script together, going over it, line for line, saying it this way, saying it that way, and then come Monday morning, you'll have a well developed script. But, a lot of people don't think like me. That's where I would be. I would be in the lab right now trying to figure out something. Okay? So I'm telling you guys this all the time. A lot of times, your success is not as a result of somebody else downing you, not liking you, whatever the case. Your success is totally dependent on you, your mindset, knowing what your capabilities are. Guys, and I say this, I haven't said this in so long, but I'm going to tell you this now. A lot of you guys have a job, right? You work for someone. I'm totally okay with that. You have the weekends off, right? You might be at work right now as you watch me, right? What would happen? What would happen? Trust me. And in the society we live in, it's possible. But what would happen? You have fun over the weekend. You hang with your kids. You're hanging out with your wife or with your husband and your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You're on fleek, right? You're lit. You went to a few parties, went to a few clubs, a few bars. Monday is the holiday. So you got that day off. Everything is going well for you. Tuesday morning, you get up, you put your uniform on. You go to that office that you don't like, but you feel like there's no way to escape it. Your boss say good morning to you. How you're feeling today. 10 minutes later, he or she come back with the pink slip, the yellow slip, the white slip, whatever slip, and tell you that he don't need your services no more. You're being let go. It's not a disciplinary action. It's not that you did something wrong. It's just the company going in a different direction. The company going out of business. The company has been acquired by another company. What would you do? Do you have 6 months to a year worth of savings? This is and I'm dead ass serious when I talk to you guys. You have to think like this. You have to think like this. I got people, and I would never say their names, but I got people on my YouTube channel who actually watch me from shelters. They're in a tough spot. I feel bad for them, but I can't feel more bad for them than they feel for themselves. Right? So when I talk to them, I motivate them, and they've even, bought things from me, coaching or paperwork. They even bought stuff from me, so I know somehow, some way, they can get to some money. But I tell them, don't keep buying every book, every paperwork, and all of this stuff, right? Take that money and put it into the marketing aspect of it. Once you start your business, go get the legal stuff out the way. So again, there's people in worse situations than you, but let's get back to my little situation here. What would you do if you walked in Tuesday morning after you had a fantastic weekend, a great holiday, and they tell you that they don't need your service, and they give you a pink note, a pink letter, white letter, yellow letter, whatever the case is, and send you about your way. Tell you, hey, clean out your desk. Hey, turn your hat in. You got one more check coming up. What would you do? You guys need to think about that. I tell people all the time, they say, well, Fabio, I should I quit my job when I start my cleaning? I say, shit, no. Don't quit your job. Shit, no. Don't quit your job. Be strategic how you exit your job. That's what I tell them. I tell them, when you make the same amount that you're making at your job, or better, it might be a good sign that you can quit. I don't care if you bring in $2,000 a month or $20,000 a month at your job. I don't care. Match what you're bringing in at your job, because here's my philosophy. If you're living off of $2,000 already, and that's all you bringing in total gross, you're making it work, then I can assure you, if you get $2,000 in contracts, you can find a way to make it work. But I tell people, hey, be strategic, be smart, double, quadruple what you're making already at your job, then quit your job if you want to, just run your business full time. Okay, because now you got a little bit more income than what you're currently making. Okay, that's how I would do it. See, when I started my business, I had already stopped and I had already quit because they were lowering my hours. I was one of the best producers in the company. Had a little swag on me, right? I had a way with dealing with people and customer service. So a lot of times when people don't have what you have, they envy what you have. They try to degrade what you have. They try to down what you have. But you have to make people recognize you. Fabio, how can I be different in my cleaning business than any? Be different. Well, how can I be different? Be different. You have to find a way. You have to be creative. You have to think outside the box. Just because it's never been done in commercial cleaning don't mean it can't be done in commercial cleaning. So you have to be different. Your marketing approach, your company ethics, what you stand on, your principles, your uniform, your USP, or whatever the case is. You have to find a way to be different, folks. Nothing is going to come to you, but you definitely have to go after it. So I really want you guys to start thinking serious, whether you're in the cleaning business. I got people that watch me there, and they doing real estate or they doing other endeavors. They have other businesses and they just watch me for the sake of, they just like the tone of my channel, which I'm grateful for. But the thing is, you have to go at it. You have to go at it. Okay? Don't worry about what someone else think about you. Do not worry about what somebody else think about you. Because 9 times out of 10, the people that's talking about you now are the people that you're probably doing better than now. Yeah, they seem lit. They got the drinks. They got the smokes. They looking fresh. But you don't know the behind the scene things of what they're doing to have to be able to live that lifestyle, to do what they, to get that stuff that they have. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is you're not worried about them. Worry about you. Just like they shouldn't be worried about you, but they are. Well, it's not that they're worried about, you being a failure. They're more worried about if you're going to become a success. Because then you make them eat their words. Right? You make them eat all that negative stuff that I'm not going to be successful in this and this and that. You make them eat that. So, I tell people all the time, even my nephew, I got a nephew, I tell him all the time and say, well, when next time you say something, I'm going to just go in this shit. Like, that's just, no. Walk away. Walk away and show him by being successful. Show her by being successful. I have friends, man. I ain't fucking with her no more, bro. She found a little dude that got a little more money than me, bro. And I say, well, start making more money than the dude. Watch what happens. She gonna hit you with what you doing. I've been thinking about you. I had a dream about you. I seen your auntie at the store. My son been asking about you. My daughter been asking about you. My mama said you was my favorite. You was her favorite son. Out of everybody I ever dated, she liked you the most. I bet. That's because you're doing success. You're being successful. You got a great deal of success going. So that's his or her way trying to come back. But remember, they jump ship on you when somebody else had more money than you. So what I'm telling you guys is not nothing that you haven't heard already. It's common sense. It's just not common practice. It's common sense. It's just not common practice. Do not let anyone, absolutely no one, talk you out of being successful in any endeavor. I don't care what that endeavor is. If you're overweight and people start talking about your weight, show them by losing weight. And don't do it because they're talking about your weight. Do it because in your mind and in your heart, you want to lose the weight. See, I'm very unapologetic for my success in anything that I do. Oh, Fabio, you too cocky. Fucking right. You heard me? Because I work hard. Oh, Fabio, you think you better. No, I never said that I was better than you. But you watch it how I move, and you probably think that I'm better than you. Or you probably think that I think that I'm better than you. So that, again, guys, put yourself in position. Do not wait for no one to put you in position. No one. If it's something that you need to have, you can't afford it, you have to make a way for it. You have to find a way. You know, someone once asked me a long time ago, they said, Fabio, what's one of your biggest fears? And I don't have a family in terms of a daughter and kids and wife and things like that. I don't have that. But I said my biggest fear will be not being able to take care of my imaginary family. People looked at me dumbfounded when I said that. Your imaginary family. That's what motivated me. Dead ass. It's probably weird, but I found something within me that motivate me, and that's what it is, my imaginary family. I can not imagine not making shit work for the sake of my family. If I had a wife and kids, I have to jump all the way off the porch. I cannot imagine not being a go-getter, not being able to provide for my family, these kids that I created, my wife. I can't imagine. We have to go to a family shelter. I can't imagine that. Fabio, what motivates you? My imaginary family. So I'm very aggressive with my approach. Very aggressive. I stand 10-toe with every move that I make. It's calculated. It's not always right, but it's calculated. And when I hit a bump in the road, or I get a failure, I don't talk about that failure. Fabio, what happened? Why I thought you were gonna do this. We switched positions. We decided to go another route. That's my answer. Well, what happened was, man, and shit, I didn't even see the pothole right there, man, and no, that's not me. Stay aggressive. When I run into a brick wall, it happened once, shame on you. It happened twice, shame on me. It won't happen. Won't happen twice. I didn't see it the first time, or it snuck up on me the first time. Okay, you got me that time. You won't get me no more. And if you get me again, shame on me. I should have knew better. So that's all I'm saying, you guys. Stay determined. Stay driven. Stay at it. Believe in yourself. Don't let no naysayer, no non-believer of you, don't let them trick you out your position. Look, we love our family. I get it. Some of my subscribers, well, Fabio, I was going to start my business, but what happened was I had a car accident, and then my mom got sick, and this and this. Look, here, and I'm not trying to be insensitive. But there are certain things in life that we can't control. There are certain things in life we can't control. From the common cold to cancer. Again, I'm just being realistic. It's life. It's life. Life have to go on. If you get, I'm not saying if you got in a car accident and you're on your bed, you're trying to recoup, that you should be thinking about business. No, right now your main priority is your health, getting back well. But as soon as you get a little energy where you feel like you can pick up momentum after this car and you're in, a rehabilitation center, you're getting yourself together, you're getting motivated, you walking around a little bit more, your strength is picking up. This is time to really jump back on your business. Fabio, I don't know what to do, man. I don't feel like I want to do the business no more, man. Really, because I can't believe my mom is on her last leg. Look, all praise be to the Most High, inshallah. The thing is, at the end of the day, you can't control that. Whatever that illness is, if the doctor can't control it, you know damn sure well you can't control it. So, unfortunately, if your loved one, whether it be your mom, dad, whomever, grandma, whomever, if they're on the last leg, the most you can do is stay prayed up and keep it moving. Because you going to the hospital, you sitting in there for 24 hours won't change the condition. What's going to happen is going to happen anyway, whether you're there or you're not. It's just the nature of the beast. It's just what it is. Stay focused. If your mom is on her last leg, she damn sure won't want you to commit career suicide by worrying about her. I don't think she would, at least. She don't want you to just, the minute she demise and she's, expired, she won't want you to just, trickle down and expire too. I don't think she would. Whatever you were working at, she would want you to go ahead and move forward, press towards that particularly. Your mindset should be, well, you know what? At the very least, my mom didn't get a chance to see this. My dad didn't get a chance to see this. So at the very least, I'm about to crush it right now. I'm about to be the most successful in my whole family. I want to make my mom proud. I want to make my dad proud. They look down from me from the heavens. I want to make them proud. I want to make myself proud. I want to show myself that I believe in myself strong enough to be able to execute, and not only execute, get the job done. Fabio, what you're saying is easy said than done. You're right. But it takes consistency, being persistent, having faith, and execution. Execution, that's what it boils down to. Execution, that's what it boils down to. Execution, that's what it boils down to. I don't care if you're sending out mailers. I don't care if you're making phone calls. I don't care what you're doing. Execution is what it boils down to. Believe in yourself. Don't let no one dictate how your future. Take care.